Okay, guys, welcome back to Health Class. I know you guys are excited about winter break. I know I am. But before we even get there, we're going to talk about a new topic, which is teen substance abuse and why teens may succumb to this. So, the learning objectives we're going to target today is defining what substance abuse is and identifying commonly abused substances amongst teens. And also, we'll be able to analyze why some teenagers may be prone to substance abuse. So, first, what is substance abuse? Substance abuse is excessive use of a drug or use of a drug without a medical justification. This can mean continuously using a drug when it's not necessary for you to even use, or using a drug without medical consent from a doctor. This means getting drugs from your friends, someone in your neighborhood, someone in your family, just anyone that's not a doctor, and you shouldn't be doing that. Next, substance abuse can have a negative impact on various aspects of your life, which is your relationships, your academics, and just your self-care, how you treat yourself, how you view yourself, and how you feel about yourself. So, what are some commonly abused drugs or substances that teens may abuse? And here we have them listed here: alcohol, marijuana, opioids, tobacco or vapes, and lastly, stimulants. So let's get into alcohol. First order of business with alcohol is you need to be 21 or older to even consume it. So you being ninth graders, you guys have no business being anywhere near alcohol. You might see your parents drink it, but it doesn't mean you should drink it. Some common forms of alcohol are wine, beer, and liquor. And some consequences of abusing alcohol are poor decisions and impaired judgment, negative effects on academics. You might be in class drowsy or having a slurred speech. Blackouts. This may mean passing out and having no recollection of what happened. And lastly, liver complications. Next drug is marijuana. Marijuana or cannabis is a psychoactive drug from the plant cannabis. One of the many chemicals found in marijuana is THC, which is a mind-altering compound with many health effects. Marijuana can be taken in many forms. The most popular form is when it's smoked, but there are other alternative forms which are edible to gummies, and these also have a high level of THC in them. Now, marijuana tends to give you a sense of relaxation, and that could lead to, which going into the consequences, it could lead to slower reaction times or negative impact on your daily performance. Because you're not going to be motivated, you're probably going to be sleepy all the time. So those are some of the consequences. Paranoia. You might have a panic episode. You might have an episode when your heart is just racing, like increased heart rate. And lastly, starting marijuana at an early age can lead to addiction later on. Opioids. Opioids can be prescription medication given to you by a doctor. Otherwise, most of them are illegal. We're gonna get into the opioids, which are natural opioids, which are morphine, and codeine. The semi-synthetic opioids, which is heroin, definitely illegal. Definitely should stay away from. And painkillers, which are given to you by doctors, are oxycodone, hydrocodone, and oxymorphine. You guys might know these as Oxycontin, Percocet from your rap songs that you hear, and Vicodin. And lastly, the synthetic opioid, which is getting increasingly popular and increasingly dangerous, which is fentanyl, it's getting really popular because it's so fatal and it's in so many things, and it shouldn't really be. The consequences of opioids can lead to hypotension, which is low blood pressure or dizziness, stomach pains, so nausea, vomiting, sleep complications, addiction, and overdose, which can also be fatal. Next is tobacco and vapes. This is the most commonly used drugs amongst teens right now. Anywhere you go, you're going to in school, out of school, you're gonna see a student with a vape, and I don't know, you guys should definitely stay away from this. Most of these products contain nicotine, which is highly addictive, and smoking harms nearly every organ in your body. I don't know if you guys ever heard the statistic smoking takes away 11 minutes away from your life. That's true. So if you, I just suggest most of you guys be mindful of what you guys are putting in your body. The consequences are negative effects to your brain, heart and lung disease, and lastly, cancer. Next and last is stimulants. Stimulants are a substance that speeds up the central nervous system. These drugs increase neurotransmitters in the brain, which elevate blood pressure and breathing rates. So I have some stimulants listed here, which is methylphenidate. I had a hard time pronouncing it, which means if I can pronounce it, you shouldn't take it. Amphetamine, which is Adderall. These are mostly prescribed to students or teens with ADHD, but are also abused by teens that don't even have ADHD. They just want to focus more, and they're not consented by a doctor to even take it. And lastly, meth and cocaine. Consequences of these drugs are depressions, paranoia, heart attack, and stroke. So why would teens may fall victim to substance abuse? Why teens use drugs is so according to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, there are 5 reasons why teens turn to drugs, which is to fit in, to feel good, to feel better, to do better, and to experiment. So to fit in, so peer pressure or social pressure is very strong when it comes to teens. So some teens may use drugs because they see others doing it, and they want to be in that circle. To feel good, so some drugs will produce feelings of pleasure or happiness or satisfaction in your mind. So when teens are not supposed to be taking this drug, they want to feel that pleasure again. They want to feel that feeling of euphoria again. So they'll be prone to abusing that drug just to chase that feeling. Next is to feel better. Some teens that are going through a rough time, suffering from depression or anxiety or just stressed out, maybe going through like a death in the family. Some teens may turn to drugs as an outlet or to escape or to forget about things that's going on in their life. And to do better. So some teens want to do better academically or athletically. They feel the pressure of doing that. So they might turn to drugs that will help them do that, which is Adderall or steroids for athletes. And lastly, to experiment. So this is out of curiosity or boredom. Hey, I want to try it just to try it. I don't know if you guys heard the expression, curiosity killed the cat. Curiosity may kill you if you want to take a drug that you have no business taking. You don't know the repercussions of what you're taking just because you want to experiment and be thrill seeking. So next time we meet, we're going to discuss on some ways teens can avoid substance abuse. We're going to do an activity handout, and lastly, an exit ticket. See you guys in class.